Wild, unpredictable, and surprisingly gifted when it comes to baking, Kev Townsend has made a dramatic return to Emmerdale, and his comeback is already causing chaos across the village. The notorious troublemaker reappeared in the latest episode after Ross Barton received alarming news that Lewis Barton had landed himself in serious danger. What began as a simple holiday plan has now spiraled into a terrifying kidnapping ordeal, leaving Lewis fighting for his freedom. Just a few days earlier, Lewis had been preparing to join Vinnie Dingle on a spontaneous holiday to Madeira. Vinnie had arranged the trip as a surprise, hoping to give Lewis a well-deserved break. However, he failed to realize that such a sudden change of plans could be overwhelming for someone already struggling with anxiety. Feeling anxious and uncertain, Lewis eventually decided that traveling wasn't the right choice for him, and encouraged Vinnie to go without him. Despite staying behind, Lewis continued to feel disappointed that he had let his fears get the better of him. Thankfully, Ross stepped in and offered Lewis some reassuring advice. Their conversation appeared to make a huge difference, helping Lewis regain some confidence. After thinking things over, Lewis decided that he didn't want anxiety to control his life, and chose to go on the holiday after all. But tragedy struck before he ever had the chance to leave. Moments after departing Dale View, Lewis was suddenly ambushed. In a shocking turn of events, he was grabbed by an unknown attacker, forced into the back of a waiting van, and driven away before anyone could intervene. In tonight's episode, viewers finally discovered where Lewis had been taken. He is currently being held captive inside the home of a mysterious woman named Kylie. The ordeal has left Lewis terrified and emotionally exhausted. Unsure why he has been kidnapped or what his captor truly wants, Lewis remains in a constant state of panic. His fear has become so overwhelming that he has refused to eat any of the meals Kylie continues to provide. Isolated and frightened, Lewis is desperately searching for a way out before it is too late. Meanwhile, Ross only learned about Lewis's disappearance after receiving a chilling text message on his phone. The threatening message read, "If you want to see Lewis alive again, his father needs to return Penny. Do not involve the police, or Lewis will pay the price." Confused by the reference to Penny, Ross immediately began searching for answers. Liam Cavanagh unexpectedly became involved in the mystery when he arrived at Ross's house with a delivery from Kane Dingle. Once Ross explained the situation, Liam agreed to help uncover the truth. Initially, Ross believed they needed to contact Lewis' adoptive father, Jeffrey. However, after numerous failed attempts to locate him online, Liam began to suspect that they might be searching for the wrong man altogether. Everything changed when Liam finally revealed a huge secret. Kev Townsend is actually Lewis's biological father. Realizing that Kev could be the key to saving Lewis, Ross and Liam wasted no time trying to track him down. Surprisingly, finding Kev proved easier than expected. Liam recognized that a lemon drizzle cake brought into the cafe by Claudette Anderson had been baked by Kev himself. The distinctive recipe immediately convinced Liam that Claudette knew exactly where Kev was hiding. Soon enough, they found him parked in a roadside lay-by, hard at work inside his bakery van. Kev proudly revealed his latest business venture, a mobile bakery amusingly called A Slice of Kevin. Although Kev initially showed little interest in Liam's concerns, his attitude changed instantly when he learned that Lewis had been kidnapped. Back in the village, Kev confidently assured Ross and Liam that he would rescue Lewis. However, another shocking revelation soon emerged. According to Kev, Penny was not a person at all. It was a valuable diamond. Kev admitted that he had stolen the jewel and claimed that he later sold it to a pawnbroker. Believing the diamond was the key to securing Lewis' release, Ross demanded that Kev recover it immediately. However, viewers soon discovered that Kev had not been entirely truthful. Away from Ross and Liam, Kev secretly opened his jacket, revealing that the diamond was still hanging around his neck on a chain. The discovery raises troubling questions about Kev's priorities. If he truly cares about Lewis and wants to build a relationship with his son, why is he refusing to hand over the diamond? As Lewis remains trapped and time continues to run out, one question now hangs over the village. Will Kev choose his son over the priceless jewel, or will Lewis be forced to find his own escape? Robert Sugden receives an unexpected surprise from Kev in upcoming Emmerdale scenes. The last time Kev Townsend caught Robert off guard, Aaron Dingle nearly suffered a serious injury involving a sword. So what surprise does the unpredictable troublemaker have in store this time for Emmerdale's famously complicated couple? Just when Robert and Aaron had finally reunited and seemed set for a happy future, their newfound bliss was disrupted by the sudden arrival of Robert's prison husband, Kev. Kev is certainly one of the soap's most unpredictable characters. One moment, he's sharing a friendly cup of tea, and the next, he's involved in criminal activity. With his explosive temper, painful past, and complicated emotions, Kev is always capable of causing chaos. While serving time in prison, Robert formed a close bond with Kev, likely seeing him as someone who could offer protection. However, Kev appeared to view their connection as something much deeper, and was far from pleased when he discovered that Robert already had a partner waiting for him outside prison. Determined to keep Robert close, Kev even pretended to be seriously ill in an attempt to win his sympathy and bring him back into his life. Knowing Kev was not someone easily refused, Robert went along with the deception for a time, while secretly trying to uncover the location of stolen money from one of Kev's robberies. Unfortunately, Robert played his role so convincingly that Aaron began to worry about his true feelings. Eventually, Kev realized that Robert's heart still belonged to Aaron, and he reacted badly. Following a dangerous confrontation involving a sword, Kev left the village devastated. He later returned briefly at Christmas after being abducted by Robert's brother, John Sugden. Robert's plan to frame Kev for his own fake death quickly failed when Kev managed to escape and flee the scene. Given everything that has happened between them, it's understandable that Robert would be nervous about seeing Kev again. Thankfully for him, Kev now has other priorities. Kev has returned to the village for two important reasons: to launch his custom cake and coffee business, A Slice of Kevin, and to build a relationship with his long-lost son, Lewis Barton. Viewers already know that Kev is eager to reconnect with Lewis. During conversations in the cafe, Kev unknowingly revealed details about Lewis's mother to Liam, explaining that he once had a brief relationship with a woman named Emma, who later placed their baby for adoption. Only Nicola King currently knows the entire truth. She previously warned Kev that he must either be honest with Lewis or leave the village permanently. Believing Lewis deserved better than a criminal father, Kev initially agreed to walk away. As a result, Nicola is unlikely to be pleased to see him back in the Dales. Robert may also be expected to react badly after everything Kev has put him and Aaron through. Yet, in a surprising turn of events, Robert is delighted when Kev approaches him with an unexpected proposal. After returning to the village, Kev is warmly welcomed by his former housemate Claudette Anderson and her son, Claude. During their reunion, Kev confides that Lewis wants nothing to do with him. Touched by Kev's sadness, Claudette encourages him not to give up, insisting that he deserves a chance to be part of his son's life. Inspired by her support, Kev later seeks out Robert and suggests that they finally proceed with their divorce. This would clear the way for Robert and Aaron to marry, making their long-awaited future together possible. At last news that leaves Robert overjoyed. However, trouble soon follows when Nicola catches Kev using the cafe toilets to fill a bucket for cleaning his trailer. Determined to protect the village from further chaos, Nicola becomes more committed than ever to forcing Kev out. The big question now is whether Nicola will succeed in driving Kev away before Robert can persuade him to sign the crucial divorce papers. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday evening at 8 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.